Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
2nd and 9 now. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around.
Yeah, what's up?
Right now, isn't he?
That he is. It's funny because I talked with the
Nah, I'm off. I'm playing the game. What's up?
Practice, and one of them is called matching hands. As soon as that hand is
What's up?
quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB. And oftentimes you're able to lock it.
Yeah.
First carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep.
You got to pay for it.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the
No.
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
You would have to pay for this subscription to play old games. Nope. You got to constantly play every month. Like, it's going to be like $9, $10.
Just to play it?
Yeah.
Once it's on there, it don't stay on there?
No, Eddie, you got to constantly, it's a subscription. You got to pay it like Hulu and Netflix. You got to pay every month.
But that's kind of fucked up, don't you think?
Eddie, it's a subscription.
Ready to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they're waking up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape.
No, that's not how it works, cousin.
When you're having trouble scoring,
I get it. But then you said that they made
find a
you
matchup,
said they made about
create it,
1,000
exploit it,
PlayStation
and try and move the
phones
football.
or whatever they play any PlayStation games, right?
No, you was dreaming. I ain't never said nothing like that.
We're scoreless.
What the hell you told me, man? You told me one of them
From
play
Seattle,
shit
and it is
from
the
like
Seahawks
PlayStation
with
1,
the football
PlayStation
here.
2.
As they get into the
That wasn't me, Eddie.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up
No.
on 1st and 10.
So if I get the fucking game from them, anything over I want to play, I gotta pay a subscription.
Unless it is a download, unless it is a game that you can download, you got to look it up.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're
Right.
open,
I thought you had
defensive
told me that
lineman will
before that you
take the
could
knee
download
and
the game.
move laterally and open up a
Nope.
place that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Chance playing up.
I'm on Madden right now. I'm in my season mode. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, cuz. No, I'm losing, nigga, so need to go ahead and concentrate. I'll holler at you in a little bit. Love you, nigga. Check.
To throw is Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Brett.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. They'll run here with Pumphrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They run with Pumphrey. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners 17. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. It could cost you a game or win you one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left.
Ain't no fucking way.
On the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a give right side Coleman, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break their initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out, learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0.
Speed.
Score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means
that he's into the clear. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards on the ground. First down, 49ers. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 5. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Under 10, under 10, 10. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 13. Check 13. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check 4. Check 4.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
What?
Don't you ever sit there and button up in drawers, hit me?
I told you I like the Daffy Ducket, bro. You think I be bullshit?
Mama wanted you to try that.
The fuck is that?
Strawberry ice cream. It look like.
They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
I didn't know about that. I only like strawberry cake.
Your fries fell out the bag, bro.
That's all right.
Changes momentum, and when they take it down,
Put back in my hand. You don't even know how many times I peed without washing my hands.
Ready to get back out there, aren't you?
You do me like that?
because
I
otherwise,
wouldn't
it's going to be a
do that.
long day for you.
I don't think I did that, but since you can call me on it, the Libra thing to do.
In on the tackle there.
Nigga, I don't need all this
The
shit.
third straight
Yeah, nigga,
all-pro
I got
season.
fried.
Lay it down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked
Now, I
about.
told these niggas no onions on 2 of the burgers.
One of the better linebackers
The chances we got
and
onions,
flowing to make
it's
this
probably
turns
great.
into something big.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to bed.
This
Child
offense
nigga.
in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third
Kyrie,
down.
but not really. Who you is? The Seahawks?
Mm-hmm.
This one into the hands of Hill.
Love you, nigga.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Oh, and if you
Here
ask
comes the
me, I
49ers
had
punter
so
now.
what?
Big whoop, one fight about it.
Huh?
I see the same thing you
Back
see.
here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
I got a problem.
They only
How
get
about
4,
the
but the
the
fake
benches,
punt
though?
works and gets him a
I
first
won't
down.
throw up.
Now this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much. They only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. A gain of 4 last play. They doubled that here and get 8. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down.
Indeed, he delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving.
Whip. Watch the whip. General West. They go.
Coleman. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson, he's going to loft one. Deep left side. And got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 91 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready, break. Check. Watch 54.
2nd and 11. And a little floater there is incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, 77 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And the 49ers make some inroads here. Now Gold for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they have...
With a flag down, he goes down. Sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. So they elect